Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We lead team.
You. All right. Watch quick. Watch quick again.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Get 300. Get 300.
Here's Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. John Brown, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. John Brown, 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Box it. Hey, take 26. Hey, Charlie. We did it.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Here's the first carry for Troy Cohen, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Running right, Jones. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Green 18, check 30.
Check 3.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come get some. Come get some.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Get that ball. Twist.
26.
Mike, 45. I'm coming.
Six guard. Check 6 guard.
Back north.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Man up, D. 45.
Boom.
In your face.
45's the mic.
I got him.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Alpha.
To throw is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On second down now. It's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. And the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
26.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
45.
Hey, Zoo.
45 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Switch.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Jordan Reed has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
On 1st down, Jones down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's get it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that.
There he goes, right side. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's got Adams on the hookup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
319. Hey, take 26.
10, under 10, 10. 45 is the mark.
Jim.
This ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Jones. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Check it out, Ringo.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50.
50.
Zoom. Hey, wahoo.
It's our field. Hey, it's our
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets it to Brown, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This is Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Rosas' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one taken from the 7.
We got this.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go. Hey, 18.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Hey, Delta.
Back to go full strength.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run on second down with Cohen. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll go again to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They will run with Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Inside. Scan 300. Scan 300. Hey, Echo.
42. Minus 42.
Hey, tight.
Box it. Look at you.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Hey, check mark 39. Check mark 39. Check. Alert.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Gentlemen, 258. Wide left.
Kill.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
61. Matchbox lights. Check 3. Inside. Over.
On 1st down, Grant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."